Hello, Chief. I know we're wanting to give you a proper send-off, and so when I was thinking about what to say to you as you're leaving us, I kind of thought, well, why don't I look at Chief's first name and try to think of words that make me think of Chief Horton while I'm making these remarks. And so I'm going to kind of go through the letters of your name and do that. So first of all, W, right? W. Well, Chief is wise, all right? And anyone who doesn't know that hasn't talked to him very much. You can see his years of experience coming through, and I never kind of question his sage advice when it comes to law enforcement and the experience he has garnered over the years. So, Chief, you're wise. Secondly, Chief, you're accessible, and that may be a bit unusual. In a lot of communities, I know it is, but anytime that we've needed to get a hold of you about anything, be it through our manager or me through the manager, it's always easy to get up with you. Chief, the next letter is L, right? So for L, I'm going to use actually a moniker I use whenever I run for office. You're very level-headed, and so I like that. In times of crisis or in times when we've got a lot going on, you're always very level-headed, very calm. Next letter, Chief, T, all right? T is talkative, not. Okay, so you're not talkative. You always say that to us. You would come before our meetings and get up there and say, I don't like talking in public. But Chief, you still did a good job every time you did speak in public. And even though you're not overly talkative, you talk just the right amount of time. Next letter is E, all right? So E's ethical. And I know it seems like we should always count on our police chief to be ethical, but I can tell you I have colleagues around the state who unfortunately have had their chiefs and other officers who occasionally are not ethical. We've never ever had to worry about your ethics, and that is just, so wonderful. And finally, Chief, R, all right? And I guess we could say that means retiring or retirement, but the word I want to use for the letter R for you is rare. I mean, you're kind of a rare breed. It takes a special chief to be able to be a chief in the town of Carrboro. And you have done such a wonderful, wonderful job at it. I want to wish you the very, very best in your retirement, and I look forward to seeing what your next adventure is. Thanks, Chief.
Chief Horton, thank you for your years of service to the town of Carrboro, and best wishes in your retirement. I will miss your warm and gentle spirit. You're knowledgeable in the job and solid in your leadership. You will be missed. Again, best wishes in your retirement.
Hi, Chief Horton. Due to COVID, I didn't have a chance to get to know you quite as well as I would have liked during this first year of mine on town council. But I have heard a lot about you, and I know that you are just highly respected throughout the community for the high standards and the accountability to which you hold all of your officers. And I also know that you're just highly respected among your officers. They think of you as being a very decent and honest and caring person, somebody who always has their backs, somebody whose utmost concern at all times is their safety. I really appreciate your service to our community and all your years in the police department, especially this last 7 as our police chief. You have served us well, Chief Horton, and I wish you all the best in your retirement and hopefully having a little more time to enjoy your friends and your family and your hobbies. Take good care.
Walter, greetings from my dining room where we've been meeting for so long. I want to say thank you for all that you've done for Carrboro and all that you are leaving Carrboro. When you came into this position, you came in and inherited a legacy of excellent community policing. That legacy began with Sid and carried through with Ben and Carolyn. And those must have been hard shoes to follow, although Carolyn's were pretty little. You've done an amazing job of providing Carrboro with a police department that we can all be proud of and that reflects our values. During a time when police across the country are being accused of brutality and discrimination, I could always depend on our department to not only be doing the right thing, but to be trying to move forward and set an example. That example is you, and you will be deeply, deeply missed by whoever follows you. Will be inheriting a department that is ready to grow, that is in good shape, and that has reflecting the values of Carrboro. I know you hate public speaking, and so it was always kind of fun when you had to come speak to us. And one of my favorite things to do was to try and make you laugh, because your laugh is one of the very best things about you. And I hope that now that you're no longer chief, that you're going to have more time to laugh and more fun. So thank you so much for all you've given to Carrboro, and I look forward to seeing you around town.
Chief Horton, congratulations on your retirement. I'm happy for you, and I'm envious of you. You became Carrboro's police chief just a few months after I was first elected to the town council, and so I feel a little bit like we've grown up together in our leadership roles with the town. And of course, it wasn't too far into your tenure as Carrboro's police chief when events around the nation launched a movement to get us to start rethinking some of how we do policing. So I've really appreciated the way that you've guided us through the process of doing that work at the local level. I also admire the way you've always stood up for your officers and other employees in the department, even while responding to the interests and needs of the town council and the broader community. I've always felt a little bit of an affinity for you because we're both pretty quiet and reserved people, and so I'm especially looking forward to you taking some time away from this public work and really settling into your retirement. Congratulations, Walter. I've learned a lot from you, and I'm going to miss working with you.
Chief Horton, happy retirement. What a milestone. Thank you for all your service for so many years, not just in Carrboro, but also in Chapel Hill. But as chief in Carrboro for trying to do what is in line with what these times are calling for in terms of police work. I know it's been a very difficult time given the national context of where we're in. But I'm very grateful for, and I think people of Carrboro are very grateful for the work you've been doing for our town. I look forward to seeing you around, and again, wish you a very big congratulations on your retirement.
Walter, this is for you. Thank you for 27 years of service. Thank you for being our hometown chief. As bittersweet as it is to let you go and know that you're retiring, I want you to know, as someone who is retired, you're going to have a great time. So enjoy, and just remember, you were greatly loved, greatly appreciated, and you did one of the hardest jobs in Carrboro. Thank you.